the window was still open. You know, I was looking for a Tanzanian number 10. I was looking for because our foreign spots are full. But the window's closed, and it's no longer talking. You know, you speak to sponsors, you speak to investors, you try to get certain deals done. But the window is closed, and I'm happy with my squad. I've got enough X-factor players now in that I'm going to focus on to be able to focus on this 5-6 months until the next window open. Of course, as a coach, you always want to strengthen, you always want to improve the depth, you always want to improve competition in the team. We know that we're playing in the Champions League, and in the Champions League you need a different type of quality. When you analyze the Champions League this season, and we're in pot 2, that means pot 1, if you look at the teams there, are very strong. If you look at the teams in pot 3 are very strong, and even the teams in pot 4 are very strong. So even your group stage could be, you could be facing a group of death very early on once you make the qualify for the group stage. So as a coach, you're always looking for players that can come in and strengthen the squad, players that can come in. I use the term X factor, and you always look for that type of players. We know that our foreign quota is full. So at that time, when we were talking, there was still 1 week left of the window. But now the window is closed. I trust all my players. I'm happy with my squad, and I'll focus on the squad to try to develop a strong team this season. Like I said, last season was the season of putting in foundations, and this season is the season where we want to lift trophies.
So 100%.
We always want to improve. You know, first of all, our big objective for the registration committee was to replace the players that have left. Because if you lose 3 captains in Shaba, in Chemalone, in Fabrice and Goma, you first have to replace them with a similar or better quality if you can find them. And you can't always replace experience with experience. I cannot replace Fabrice and Goma with another Fabrice and Goma, but I can replace him with a player of quality that will fit into the evolution of our team. I can't always replace Shaba with another player of his experience, of knowing the Tanzanian league, but you replace a player that fits the style. And so exactly the same with Chemalone, if you just talk about the 3 experienced captains that we've lost. And yes, the squad at the moment, we've got a younger squad. We've got a squad that has a huge potential, that if we reach our potential, if we play to our strengths, if we develop in the way that we see the squad can develop, we are building a monster. But of course, we still need a couple of windows more to be able to say we are ready now to win Champions League. Because like I said, after the younger game last season, I have the ambition not only to compete in the Champions League, but to win Champions League. That is always an ongoing process. You know, Rome was not built in a day. You need 3, 4, 5 windows to build a real monster of a team that can compete and that can be on the level of Al Ahly, of Sundowns, of Esperance. Let's just talk about these giants that have always been in semi-finals and finals of Champions League. So our president Mo Doji has that ambition to conquer Africa, and of course it's going to take time, it's going to take more windows, but we're on the right track.